Hey. Welcome back to Reyes Podcast. And we are going to be doing the Jelly Rolls Dark Secrets Part 2. Okay, so if I could get an audio check, if someone could let me know if you can hear me. Because this one doesn't have like this little delay in it. I got a different little adapter and I can't hear if it is working. So if you guys could let me know, that would be great. Is it working? Is that one in chat mean that it's working? Because I don't know. Is it too loud? How does it sound? Is it okay? Okay. So we are going to get started. I know. Sorry for the delay, you guys. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And I'm still working on the other studio, so you still get stuck with this background. Wait till you see the new one. It's going to be fabulous. Okay. Great sound with that. With my beginner's mic. Okay. Oh, bling mic. Okay, let me add this to stage. Now, I made a little thingy for this. There, how's that? Does that look okay? Yeah, that looks okay. Okay. Whew, I'm excited. Okay. I just want to be able to make sure that I can see chat and play this awesome video. So we're going to pick up where we left off. This is part 2. I'll make sure it's not screaming in my head. Can you guys let me know if you have audio from the video?
So where we left off, about 10 million people saw Candace Owens say that I filed fake charges against men.
She has now dropped the charges because she should drop the charges.
Everyone believed that meant rape, and a judge threw them out.
Because she should drop the charges.
I do welcome all of you to try and find these invented charges. Try and find any of it. You can't. You won't. Because it doesn't exist.
Because there was never any charges.
So specific. Order of protection.
Because there was never any charges.
Against Down Devil.
And then a temporary restraining order against his group of gang stalkers.
For very obvious reasons. It's so weird when people will make comments online like, this is what she does. She filed lawsuits against men. If someone drove a car straight into your house, they just took a semi-truck and drove it through your house, and everything you ever worked your whole life for was shattered. You're telling me you wouldn't sue them to replace what they shattered that you worked for your entire life? Because that's what I did. So people writing or commenting like, this is what she does. She files lawsuits. I filed a copyright lawsuit and a defamation lawsuit.
Did she mention anywhere in there that she filed like SA charges? No.
Dude, both completely valid and exactly how the law is supposed to be used. They drove a semi-truck into my life. I'm just trying to get paid back for the damage they did. That's it. If they hadn't driven a semi-truck into my life, I wouldn't have had to file anything. I would have gone on with my life, as I've done my entire life. So it's just weird to be like, oh, she filed lawsuits against men. Yes, I did. And you should too. The law exists so that we, the people, are protected. You think I'm the first person to have to file a copyright lawsuit? They didn't.
That happens all the time here on YouTube.
They didn't create the laws for me. I gotta say, I'm so happy.
Don't forget to smash that like button, y'all.
And Boogeyman, and there's of course more coming. Even my biggest haters,
my arch nemesis,
ended up loving it.
I feel like we hate her, but I think this song is killing it possibly.
This song is so funny. Like, I don't know if anybody else has heard this song, but I think this song is hilarious. She is extremely witty. OMG, she nailed this point on, and it's everything that's happened to her, and she just turned those words into into this song.
No, you're not supposed to like it. Stop it. Stop it right now. I will say the chorus does start to get catchy. Yo, fuck this bitch for being such a fantastically great rapper.
Oh, now the
God,
audience.
don't fucking laugh.
Now the audience is.
So good that losers would steal my work and pass it off as their own.
The ball game.
So Jelly Roll. Whew. All right. June 2021. I was an invited celebrity guest at the Folds of Honor celebrity softball game.
Don't forget your water and your popcorn.
And their families. Like, I don't know what could be better than that. I was really excited. Turned into one of the most terrifying days of my life. I'm there.
Could you imagine not being able to go anywhere or do anything without someone stalking you, harassing you, spitting on you, taking their big fat belly and punching it into you? That's what's the kind of shit that she's gone through.
And I see Jelly Roll. And at this point, I didn't think I had a direct problem with Jelly Roll because, like, I don't know him. Like, still, my only interaction I ever had with this guy was him saying he's a huge fan, giving me a hug quick, and, like, that's it. That's all I had ever had. We're standing probably, like, 15, 20 feet away from each other in the same dugout. So
This
I
is
waved.
mortifying.
Like, hey.
This
And
is
even
really
if there was
mortifying,
some kind of, like, beef in
what
his
she's about to
mind,
say.
I still am always under the impression that people can have discussions, rational adults can, and talk things.
That is only rational adults. You can only have normal conversations with rational adults. You can't seem to have those with immature men. Even women can't do it. No, they'll just sit there and argue with you, and they'll pick at you and pick at you and pick at you until you explode, and then you look like the crazy one.
Out. So I wasn't going to be rude. I waved. His face dropped.
She has skills, definitely.
He suddenly called over all these people that work for Folds of Honor. Volunteers, mind you, most of them women. Suddenly this group of volunteers like rushes up to me and they're like, Nicole, we don't really know what's happening, but we have to get you out of Jelly Roll's sightline. I'm like, what? They're like, Jelly Roll's.
Why would she not be allowed to just hang out in public like anybody else? Why does she have to be moved out of his eyesight? That's not fair to her.
Said if you're in his eye line, something really bad is going to happen. What do you mean something really bad is going to happen? What does that mean? And they're like, it sounds like violence. That is so psychotic.
Sounds like violence. Are you trying to say like he threatened her? Is that what you're saying?
That is so psychotic. Move that woman or I'm going to do something violent to her. And he delivered the message through little female volunteers of Folds of Honor. So,
are you shitting me? So he sends his little tramps over there to be like, hey, you need to get rid of this girl. Psh, I'd have been like, yeah, go get bent. But at this point, now she's getting scared.
These women like swoop me up, take me away from the game and like over to the other side. And I'm just like, what is going on? He's going to hurt me? For what? They're lying about me.
Right, exactly.
You. Ooh.
Even before
Amen.
it was big, if you went to Nashville, you had to check in with Jelly.
Especially when it comes to rappers. It's called checking in. Now, checking in basically means that when someone, usually a rapper or a celebrity, travels to a new city, especially one with a...
What do you mean you have to check in? Like what? Like they own the place or something? Like they own the whole town? I doubt that. He wishes.
heavy gang presence, they're supposed to reach out to a local gang on a major street figure to get their blessing and protection while they're in town. In return, these gangs or street figures might ask...
But I could imagine being this person and going through that kind of torment.
For money. A feature on a track for one of their local artists, business hookups.
If you went to Nashville, you had to check in with Jelly.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, right.
He's a superstar before he's a superstar. We were going somewhere. I left like my watch in your truck. I was like, man, my watch in your truck. They're like, don't worry about it. If anybody did anything, we'll have it back by tonight.
Yeah.
What?
That's a true story.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. Oh, good. My security seems so worried. He's like, you have a beef with Jelly Roll? I'm like, I don't. Like, I don't know him. He's like, well, what the fuck happened that this guy's coming after you? I'm like, and I start telling him the story. He's like,
And this is where now she has to go back and re-explain her story again. And when you have to keep, if you're abused and you have to keep going back and telling your story over and over and over and over again, it's like kind of like re-traumatizing you over something that happened like from the very beginning. And then Like, you have to tell law enforcement, then you got to tell your lawyers, then you got to tell your friends, and then you got to tell this person because they want to know what's going on. And it's like, to the point that you're just like, you just get done dealing with it. And eventually, at some point, you'll get to where you don't want to leave the house at all. It's sad.
I gotta be real. I can't protect you against Jelly Roll. I'm in my little baseball outfit, all excited to be there. And now I'm like terrified. And I'm like, but what do you do? So I'm in like the VIP section after the game, waiting for my friends so that we could go to this corporate after party. And here comes Jelly Roll with a group of armed thugs. I mean, like straight out of a movie looking armed thugs with him came right up to me. He pushed me with his.
Did she just say that he showed up with armed thugs? Like he showed up with armed thugs, and that he just pushed her away with what? What is she gonna say?
Stomach, spit
His big stomach and what? Spit
in my face.
in her face. Well, you could actually call someone out on that. Like, you can contact the police for being spit in the face because that's against the law. You can't do that. That's a no, Jelly. You can't do that. Nope. You can't do that. That's a no. No spitting in the face. That's disgusting. That's a biohazard.
He said he's going to shoot me in the face for what I did to his friend.
And now you say you're going to SHOOT someone in the face? Boy, you got some learning to do, bud. You really do.
I better leave Nashville. I'm not safe there. I'm toxic. He knows what I did. It was so fast. And there was so much, and it was so shocking. It's easier for me if I'm a little mad and like snarky as I say this, but it was fucking terrifying. And then they walked away like it was nothing. And I was just standing there like frozen. And right then my friend comes back from the bathroom and she's like, "What happened?" And I tell her what happened and she's like, "What?"
No shit.
She's like,
Amen.
"I know him. He's so nice. He's like a big teddy bear." And that's where the fucking psycho gets away with it. He has a completely dual personality. So the first time I met him, I got this like super friendly, "Aw, shucks, y'all. Thanks for coming to Nashville. We're big fans, Nicole. Oh man, oh gee, it's just so swell that you're here."
I hope y'all give
It's so funny. I love her little accent that she uses.
me a second here. I'm a little emotional. I started drinking. I didn't think I was going to win again.
I got that guy, who I now know is a complete act. Like,
There is so many people out here. And I said this in the last stream where, like, people only let you see what they want you to see. They don't really show you who they really are until you get to know them. And for instance, like, she didn't get that that TV version of Jelly. No, she got the nasty version of Jelly, which is too bad.
complete act to cover the guy who he really is.
I'm so
Who he really is.
Jelly Roll.
That's
is
who
like
he
a
really is.
horror movie level psychopath.
I just went to Fleet Feet.
I just screamed at everybody in the store.
But he uses this like almost southern preacher persona to cover it.
Totally fake.
And I want to fucking hit this young man with the open hand of the Lord. And
What did he just say? That should be as bad as using the Lord's name in vain. Smack my mouth.
then the manager has the audacity to fucking tell me,
Sir, could y'all talk about this outside?
Which makes him that much scarier.
you wouldn't have to
Nasty.
worry about customers knowing what the fuck's going on in this store if you taught some proper
Whoa. But I thought he was a church-going, God-loving kind of man.
etiquette to your motherfucking employees. God
Ooh.
is with me. I am
If that big boy was yelling at me, I'd probably want to run too. Maybe not. I'm only 5 foot tall. I have Chihuahua syndrome.
blessed because if I wasn't, I would march back into that store and it would look like a scene out of a motherfucking movie.
I don't know any men in my life who would go up to a woman to scare her. And I couldn't.
That's because real men don't scare women, honey. They don't. Real men adore women and they cherish women and they want to provide for women. Little boys want to scare women. That's the mistake of calling him a man or, anything of the sort. Because real men don't try to intimidate women. They don't try to scare women. They don't try to hurt women. No. Men are supposed to be protectors of women. Only little boys little boys. And there's numerous of them out there like to hurt women. So for all you women haters, men, you're just a little boy.
It's like they say that there's like fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Those are like the things that happen when you're in like a very scary situation. I definitely just froze. Like I couldn't believe it was real. So I leave.
I wouldn't have believed it either.
And I go to the Virgin Hotel in Nashville. They were doing like their corporate after event on the rooftop for all the sponsors and people who were involved in the event. I'm still like terrified and shaking on the inside, but just like smiling and trying to just like calm down. And I'm there.
Like, she doesn't want to leave this event, but at the same time, she's like, oh my gosh, like, what is he going to do to me? What is going to happen? And you have to imagine it. She has like a huge following. These people know her, and she's trying to do this event. And now she's like, well, if I leave, then I'm a baby, or, you know, I can show that I'm scared, you know, which is, it's not, it wouldn't look good for her. But at the same time, then she's just like, well, she wants to enjoy the event, but she can't. You know, it's a really messed up situation for someone to intimidate you in such a way.
As a guest and trying to like hold it in.
I would probably lost it with my Chihuahua syndrome.
Some people saw that happen at the baseball game, by the way, and it was like I was equal parts terrified and embarrassed for some reason, because I was just like, he tried to make as big a scene as he could. Most of those.
Well, he's a big guy. He makes a big scene.
Nashville, and now this freaking thug is screaming in my face.
Well, he used to be.
Real? Like, is this
he's a little deflated now.
Face,
but it's okay.
Over made up.
Maybe his ego will deflate some too.
His wife and his friend made up, because none of it's real, and you're gonna shoot me in my face. I'm gonna be dead because you guys made up stories about me. So I'm at the Virgin Hotel. Not even long after I'm there, in storms Jelly Roll with even more thugs, and they come in and they push through the crowd to get to me. And my heels are like on the back of the pool. If you've been into the Virgin Hotel, like, you know, there's a pool up there, and my heels are like to the pool edge, because he came like right at me.
Whoa.
And a female, this part's so important to me. A female recording artist stepped in between and was like pushing him back and was like, hey, like, leave her alone, man. She has every right to be here.
Exactly. She had every right to be there, as he did. So why is he trying to intimidate her and trying to get her off the scene? Because maybe she's a threat to him.
What are you doing? He's making as big of a scene as he can. He has guys.
I don't mean she's threatening him, so don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm saying she's a threat to him, as far as maybe she might be more popular than him, or become more popular than him, make more money than him. She's a threat, or they wouldn't go this extreme to do these things. Or he could just be a little boy.
Filming me on their phones that are with him. The one guy has his gun fully showing now. It was like concealed earlier, but it's fully out. And he tries to use, this tells you so much about Jelly Roll too. He says to the event organizers that he donates to that charity. So he gets to decide that I better be removed. His charitable donations aren't charitable donations. It's him purchasing goodwill from people.
So basically, he's saying that he's paying this charity to make sure that whoever he doesn't want there doesn't have to be there. Again, I call bullshit on that. You can't do that. Just because you make a charitable donation doesn't mean that you have the right to dictate who can be where, when, and yeah.
It's him purchasing
He's such a
bribes.
piece of
It's him
work.
purchasing his ability to terrify women and do whatever he wants to victims. That's why he donates money. All of the corporate donors and sponsors who came to that event to raise money for veterans and their families. And you're making it about you. A lot of people saw this happen, by the way. 2 more females from the event stepped in and they're like, hey, he's like, she's doing this for her album. Let me explain to you how sadistic that is. Because remember, he had already called the producer of my album to kill my album. He called the producer of my album.
So now he's interfering into her finances. So he's calling the producer of her album to shut down the album. That's financial abuse. Financial interference. Can't do that.
To kill my album. Now he's telling people that I'm doing this. I don't even know what this is. As promo for my album that he
she
has
does.
already killed. They asked
Right.
him to like go off to the side. They take me over to the other side. I'm speaking with like a couple of the corporate sponsors and I'm just like apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know him. I don't know what's really happening here, but I'm so sorry. Like,
And mind you, she's still like kind of lost because she doesn't really know this guy. She's like, I just met him for like 5 seconds. What the F is going on?
I was so embarrassed. I was terrified and embarrassed. And I know that that's exactly what he wanted. You know, like he wanted to make the biggest scene as possible. He also said that he couldn't promise the event wouldn't be shot up until I was removed. This is who Jelly Roll is. So my security goes over to Jelly Roll and his guys to try and de-escalate. He's like, let me try and talk to him. Let me try and explain to him the real situation here. Let's see where he's at. Let's try and like make things right. He comes back and he's like, Nicole, they want to hurt you. And
What?
I can't protect you. I can't.
Are you saying you can't protect her? Like this man is being this way, and I would have been like, I need you guys as main security. He needs to be out. Exactly. Yeah, completely ashamed. Ridiculousness.
He's like, you got one guy tonight. There's all those guys over there. I can't protect you. And he told me that they offered him, I think it was 2 times, then 5 times, then 10 times what I was paying him to leave me alone so I didn't have security tonight. Why?
So he was offering to pay her security to leave her vulnerable in a vulnerable position.
Why? Like, Jelly Roll, what were you trying to do that you were trying to pay my security guard to leave me alone so you could get to me?
And do what with her?
What were you trying to do?
Exactly.
It's so psychotic. My security guard was like, I have a daughter. I'm not going to leave you by yourself. I didn't take the offer. He goes, but I also can't defend you against all of these guys. So,
like, he has this whole gang of people that are trying to intimidate her. And that guy's like, whoa, I have kids at home. I can't defend you all by myself. She needed like a whole gang of people to come defend her against him and his BS.
we got to get you out of here immediately. And I had to leave the event that I was booked at. And if this sounds crazy, it's because it is. But there are witnesses and people who have come forward.
Oh, and there's this.
There's more to this than you know. And I'm asking you. He's a habitual liar. You said you don't know me? Did you not come to my office? I know you're filthy. I know she was. I know. And once again, I've got multiple folks from Bonner events coming up. I don't know if she does what I do. I'm donating she's here. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why she's here.
Why is he so worried about her being there? The only time he's met her is when she went to his house for an interview with Bunny for Bunny's podcast. It's the only time she's ever met him.
I don't know why she was on the field without me. I also know this woman is extremely toxic. You're habitual lying. Your toxicness.
I love you all. This is totally
And once again, I'm sounding off.
I guess if I was the club, I would have just said, hey, you all need to leave. Not just one set, but both sides. If they weren't able to contain the issue there at the facility, I think both sides should have had to leave. That's my personal opinion.
Trying to promote her album right now. She's trying to promote her album.
I'm so sorry. It's okay.
Why does he care?
I'm so sorry. I do not want to be in the middle of it.
She's a habitual liar. You said you don't know me? Did you not come to my office? I know you're filthy.
So I leave and I go to a third place to meet up with some friends and have a drink. And I'm like, okay, I need a drink. I need a drink. I know he's over there.
You
at
need
the
more than a
Virgin.
drink.
I'm going to go over here. Totally different place to Loser's Bar, meet up with some friends and a guy that I had started dating at the time. I wasn't even there that long when Jelly Roll and his thugs burst. I mean, like, burst through the freaking door, like the back room of Losers. They burst.
So basically what she's saying, that she left that facility went to a whole nother bar, and now he's there. So that means there's someone saying, hey, she's over here now. Stalkers.
Through that back door looking for me. He sees me. That's another important thing, is he told me if I ever see him, I better run. He
Why? Is he that big and bad?
doesn't care if it's at
Little
a
boy
charity
behavior.
event. He doesn't care if it's at an event, if it's at an award show, if it's at anything. I better fucking run. That's what the guy with the thugs with the guns told me, is I better run if I see him. So he storms into Loser's Bar and starts pushing through the crowd. Literally, again, just like a movie, like pushing through people to get to me.
And from the last video that I just seen with him in there, I can imagine him doing that with his big ass.
As he's coming to me, the security pulls me, and the guy that I was talking to, he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I gotta go. He's like, why? Why do you have to go? I'm like, I gotta go right
Isn't he like 6'5", 6'4"? He's a pretty big dude.
now. I gotta go by. I think it was like under the bar and run out of the staff entrance. The security guard.
Did she just say she had to go underneath the bar and run out? Oh, this poor girl.
Was like, Nicole, you're in trouble.
Nicole is so busy working on podcasts for you, she asked me to read her ad this week. Somewhere between the first warm weekend and realizing short
I'm so glad that she has decided to bring all this to the front. Like, people don't
You'll be her excuse. Fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs.
People don't really
from that Folds of Honor event.
Hold on, I gotta pause this. Like, people don't even people don't understand how much abuse really goes on in these types of atmospheres, and how you're intimidated into doing stuff or coerced into doing things that you really don't want to do, or deal with crap you just don't want to really have to deal with. And for her to have to go through this because someone is intimidated by her or her ability, or just her being the magnificent person she is with a great sense of humor, and she has a lot of talent and multiple facets of her life. And so I believe that his wife became intimidated, and that's why she started this. That's why she started these rumors. Why else would she not? She was intimidated. She's a good-looking, beautiful blonde. She's this, yeah. Gorgeous. And she's talented.
The giant scene. I would take so long going through all of this. I'm just going to start reading through some of the things that happened to me after this. He told everybody that would listen that me and him have beef, and not to have me on their shows, because, you know, if you're cool with Jelly Roll, you got to listen to what he says. And apparently tells people that I filed fake rape charges against his friend, and a judge threw them out, so they have to get me out of the industry. I'm trying to extort guys.
Yeah. Again, that was the big fat lie that never happened.
For money. Again, keeping in mind, none of that happened. All fake. So his wife went on a very visible public smear campaign, and behind the scenes, he apparently called podcasters, recording studios, music producers, anybody that he could, to tell them not to work with me. So now I'm getting canceled from all the shows that I was booked for coming up. A big event that I was supposed to be the...
Yeah. So again, she's losing money. She's losing that ability to promote herself in the industry because he's like interfering. And like, nope, don't take her. Nope, don't take her. Nope, she's doing this wrong. She's doing that wrong. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, that's some shady ass shit.
Host of that was going right across America is starting to get complaints from people's bookers being like, oh, that's the girl that filed fake rape charges. We don't want our artists.
Yeah, charges that never were.
I didn't talk to these people. And then eventually I was dropped as the host of this big tour because I was a diva for needing to have security guards, only to find out that the woman organizing it was friends with the guys who were stalking me. They're like, no, the venue doesn't allow armed security.
What? They should always allow security, especially if it's for a woman. There's weirdos out there.
Texas. In Texas.
Imagine that.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot, and it was all day, and it was constant, and I couldn't trust people. I would get messages almost daily from him or his friends saying that they're going to kill me. They would message me from burner accounts. I'd look them up, and it was like those different apps that you can get to get a fake number, and then the number was gone the next day. But it was like consistent, daily, we're going to kill you, we're going to kill you, we know where you are. They knew my address.
I'm surprised law enforcement didn't work a little harder to help protect her. I'm not sure exactly where she was located during when all this was happening, but I think that law enforcement should have stepped in and said, "Hey, okay, let's track these numbers. Let's find out." Especially if she has documented proof that he's the one that's doing this, she should have been able to do something sooner. Like that's straight harassment. Terror. That's terroristic threat. In all reality, that's terroristic threat.
They would send me my address. I had to move. Yeah, I've moved well over 10 times. I'd say like 20 times since this has happened.
20 times.
I'm not sure if I got to this part, but like, so after this happened, I'm pretty sure this is after this happened, Bunny had their friend Tommy Vexed on her podcast for the purpose of talking shit about me and another one of his victims, Whitney. Now, Whitney had a 2-year restraining order against him for violence and really scary stuff. Just really take this in. Bunny had someone that had at least two different restraining orders against him from 2 different women at that moment on her podcast to platform him and give him somewhere where he could publicly continue to abuse and terrify these women.
That's just insanity. Straight insanity.
It's not that surprising when you really take in that this is the same woman who wanted to have a serial killer on her podcast, like, what was it, last year? Wade Wilson.
We just called one of the jails in Florida to talk to Wade Wilson to get him on the podcast because I am fascinated with his story.
She thinks he's hot. She wanted to have on a serial killer who had turned women into what police describe as spaghetti.
Everybody's like, oh.
No, the police didn't describe it that way. I know what she meant. Police didn't describe it that way. He said that's what she looked like. Those were his words. I did watch that case. It's ridiculous. And there's no way I would have that guy. I know.
Oh, dude, he's so fine. And the other half are like, I'd let him run me over. And
I knew these videos were going to be deleted and taken down, which is...
These women were like, I'd let him run me over. Yeah, bitch, and you're crazy.
why I saved them. But this is a big show of Bunny's character as a person. She is willing to bring a man like this onto her podcast because she is fascinated with his story.
Psychopaths. So this Tommy friend of theirs was apparently paid $10,000 to destroy my reputation as much as he could. Goes on her podcast to talk about me. They spread invented stories of me being violent, abusive, ripping a phone out of a wall and throwing it at Tommy. Tommy having to flee Mexico in fear, boarding a plane to get away. Discussed how ugly and disgusting my naked body is.
Goofy, frumpy, Homer Simpson body ass bitch. Fuck you, nigga.
He's never seen my naked body. He has never seen my naked body. I just want to be so clear. He's never seen my naked body.
Again, little boy behavior. If a man, it just gets up under my skin. Men don't behave that way. That is straight little boy behavior, narcissistic little boy behavior that wants to go on a podcast and say some BS like that about a woman. Real men don't do that, honey. They don't behave that way. Babies do. Little boy babies that are in Pampers, that need Pampers, because obviously they have a wet butt and they have diaper rash and, you know, their asses are chapped and that's why they're so moody, because they need diapers. Maybe with some Desitin.
Never. Neither has Down Devil.
She's a narcissistic personality disorder. She
Absolutely.
starts to separate
I said that
everybody.
the first time I met her.
Bunny also made up that I had mental health issues on that episode. They pretended that I filmed him during an AA meeting, which would be a horrible thing to do.
Apparently she like came in the room and was filming me.
Most definitely. I would love to have her on here.
What woman thinks like that?
Whatever else they could say to destroy my reputation.
I would totally love to interview her.
That episode was put behind a paywall where they charged $10 a person to see it. They monetized the abuse. This guy had 2 different women with restraining orders against him at the time, and Bunny laughed with him while he said he's not going to follow the restraining orders. He doesn't care.
You're looking at this.
This is who these people are. Right after it's promoted that Jelly Roll's going to do a song with that friend Tommy, almost like a thank you. You know, that's when Bunny started promoting the merchandise again.
Just want to let you know that we came up with a new shirt that we're going to drop in a couple weeks called
That's why little boys marry little girls. Because if she's behaving that way, that means that she's a little girl. She's not a woman. Women, they don't act that way either. They don't get petty like that.
it's going to be #HoTeam.
That's about
Toddler.
the time that their friend Tommy posted a post about how easy it would be to hire someone to kill for you, a murder for hire post, if you will. In the comments, people knew that this was clearly aimed at me, and he liked that. Their friend Tommy liked that, and people said basically, let down, devil.
And if you notice, she's not saying these things without having blatant evidence. She is coming with receipts saying, this is what happened. Here you go. She's not just, it's not hearsay. She's coming with receipts.
Know about these services, and he liked that as well. People started tagging me in it so that I would know that they're hiring someone to murder me, which they apparently did. Now here comes something that I think is super duper important. I hate talking about this part because, again, I just hate like the whole, I hate admitting what these people did to me, but this was so like shocking and terrifying to my life, and just like my whole life stopped. My whole life stopped. I couldn't trust anybody. I couldn't trust anything. I had to switch my phones. I had to switch my computers. I had to I was getting hacked constantly, like I've already said. I was getting threats all the time. I'd switch my phone number and somehow I'm getting threats again. There was a gang of them.
So that means that there's someone in her circle that's giving her number out because she's changing her number. So she's got to go dig through her circle to figure out, okay, who's the little snake in the grass here? I'd be like, which one of you MRFers are giving out my shit? This woman's moved, changed her numbers. I mean,
stalking me and hunting me. I ended up having to go to inpatient PTSD trauma therapy because I couldn't function.
I can totally understand why. Totally.
I said I was in PTSD therapy because of this, and I would go to see this woman, and every week she's like, it wasn't post-traumatic stress, it's real-time stress. Like the threat isn't done, and it was suggested that
a lot of people don't understand that, especially like when you have like restraining orders and or an ongoing case with someone, and this person is still haunting you, like stalking you and haunting you. It's not even it's not even PTSD. It is like CPTSD, current post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's Trizzle, demonic for real. Welcome in, Trizzle. It's unreal, but I can totally understand. I have been there. 1,000%. People would be like, "You're just paranoid." No, I'm hyper vigilant about not going through it anymore. So, yeah. Let's
go to this inpatient trauma therapy because I just like I couldn't even function. I didn't even know what reality was. My condo was ran by like super mega conservatives at the time. They suddenly sent me a rent increase of thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars? Like, I could understand if someone raises your rent, your annual rent, whatever, maybe a couple $100, but thousands of dollars? No. For true. She's telling the truth.
Like the next month, I'm going to have to pay thousands of dollars more. And I go down to the office. I'm like, what? They're like, well,
I would be too. I'd be like, what's going on?
Pay this much. But that doesn't make sense. Like it says that I could sign back for this much. And they're like, you should have thought about that before you filed fake rape charges.
Woo! Again. So that's how they're getting her information. They're like, there's people are recognizing her and they're probably getting money for telling where she lives. I mean, that's such yeah. Snakes in the grass.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere. After I got back from the PTSD trauma camp, I call it, I'm sitting at my pool reading a devotional and like writing my therapy of the day in there, trying to just like a security guard at my condo. I had never seen this person. Comes up to me and is like, you need your pool band. I'm like, what pool band? You have to have an armband to be at the pool. This was like 9 a.m. on a Sunday.
Now, again, she's getting harassed again. And this is like her little place of peace. Your home should be your place place of peace no matter what. Period. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like my home, I don't want nothing in my home that's going to disturb my peace. Don't care. I don't care if it's friends or family. Don't care. If you're going to come in my home and disturb my peace, you can go. She can't even relax by the pool. Now she's got to pay thousands of dollars more in rent. And now this guy's harassing her over some stupid
There's
armband.
nobody else at the pool. I was like, oh, I live here. And I show him my keys, and it has like the fob and the name of the building on it. He's like, if you lived here, you would have an armband. I was like, I do live here. I could show you my condo. And all I have ever shown is my keys, and I use my fob to get out here. It was a fucking setup. I got a call from this super mega guy who's a big Jelly Roll fan. That's my building manager. I go down, and every time there was like witnesses in the office, he would act very different. He gives me these armbands. I'm like, okay, now I have an armband. He's like, well, you've been ripped.
Wow. He couldn't have just been like, that situation could have been handled so much differently. Like, hey, maybe next time, you need to remember to get an armband. But again, she said she was being set up, and this is just more malicious bullshit that happens when it comes to that harassment. And yeah.
I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, we could kick you out of the building if you get written up again. You didn't listen to what the security guard said, and that's another infraction. I was like, what in the
another infraction
is going on here? But he was a big Jelly Roll fan, and he told me they knew where I lived. My family literally drove from Canada, picked me up in Nashville, threw my stuff in the back of pickup truck, and got me the heck out of there.
Finally, she gets to go someplace that she might be just a little bit safer, maybe at home with her parents. I mean, that's if I had parents during the time that all this stuff was going on with me, I would have been like, Mama. Yeah, because, she can get the comforting from, her family and friends at home, and hopefully some better safety.
It got that scary. And I was just like, don't stop, drive. So then, boom.
And that sucks as an adult, and you feel like you have to hide.
I'm supposed to go to court soon for the copyright thing and the defamation. Well, wouldn't you know?
Mind you, the only two things for court that she has is the copyright and the defamation of character. No criminal charges. She never even pressed criminal charges on these people. I would have.
Clips from the Dumb Blonde podcast that Bunny never released are suddenly online. Highly edited. I'm talking highly edited clips. Like, count how many cuts are in those clips. Showing me talking about how lovely Down Devil is and how he saved me. Taking a joke I made about being roofied 6 times that I've said in other videos and in my stand-up. She really clipped that one. The joke is I've been roofied so many times that I'm actually like a connoisseur. I can just like, yes, this is a 1998 5th and 34th Street selection. It's literally a bit based on I had been roofied in the past. But Bunny wanted it clipped nice and tight so she could pretend I won on her podcast and was just like, I've been roofied 6 times. I've been roofied 6 times now. I'm a collector. Why don't you release all?
She just said, and I'm a collector. You have to be careful. People will clip the shit out of your shit.
The footage, Bunny. Why don't you release all?
That was really mature of you, Bunny. Oh boy.
It was also posted by Native in Nashville, who's a very close friend of Bunny, who I also found out uses her child to promote Bunny's new book on porn and being an escort. It's her child being used. So right when I'm supposed to start going to court, these clips where it seems like I just think Down Devil is the best. He's super nice.
Yeah.
And I'm talking so nicely, and these super, super tightly edited clips are going up, making it seem like I'm a liar about getting raped and roofied, and I'm just a crazy person. It's not like it was an accident. The Dumb Blonde watermark is on all of these videos. So Bunny put these out. It turns out...
Guilty. Can't lie about that one.
Bunny had given the raw footage of me to my stalkers because she's a psycho. And hark, here is Bunny in the comment section of these clips that she highly edited.
Mature women, again, don't behave that way. Sorry.
And then put up to change what actually happened in reality of life. Women really hone into how psychotic she is. She created the rumors. She spread the rumors. She knew I was going to be killed.
Sounds so much like the inside, back in the 60s, 50s, you had beauty salons and they would do like all their gossip in there. That's what it is. It's like all this gossiping. Oh, so and so. But this stuff is getting dangerous for her because it's not like that anymore. Now this is like national gossip BS. And there's psycho crazy people out there, psycho women, psycho men. You would have locked me up in the funny farm.
Over the rumors. She had her husband threatening to murder me and getting his friends ready to kill me over the rumors. I lost jobs.
The rumors that she started.
My safety.
No, not her.
Losing my sanity.
The rumors that Bunny started. So let me rephrase that so nobody misconstrues that either. She didn't start these rumors. Bunny started these rumors. And so now she is in so much danger.
Gonna go to court and get justice. She highly edited footage of me to make a whole new batch of rumors, like the smeariest of smear campaigns that ever done smeared. Now she
no
puts
doubt
these new clips smearing me again, and then comments below the BS that she invented. Wow, I can't believe it. She's so crazy. She had the audacity to say that I don't have the body language of a domestic violence victim. Go on, Bunny.
Like she would know.
Body language of a domestic violence victim. These videos were promoted in Nashville and to Nashville, to my friends and my community.
What would be the body language of a domestic violence victim? Are we supposed to just like shrivel up and cower up and be like, oh? No, we get tired of hiding. We get tired of wearing that stupid, scared shell all the time. And finally, until we come out and we're just like, hey, motherfuckers, this is us. Now what? Now what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, we can't hide forever. We still have to keep going. We have to keep going.
This is who Jelly Roll and Bunny and their friends are.
It's almost over, guys, and then we'll do part 3.
She has this girl's girl persona because it's how she gets in with women, just to destroy them and put them in danger.
She literally sat right where you're sitting, and the minute she walked out, I looked at Mimi, I go, I do not like that chick. She was so sweaty too. How'd you hump that?
Comedian, right? That's what I know her from. Right.
Wow. That was just rude.
So she's not even funny, but okay. She was trying to gaslight you.
Yeah.
I don't know how she still has a platform. I honestly don't.
I don't know
all
either.
the bullshit that she.
You know why? You know where Bunny gets her personality from is because she used to do a lot of. So she caters to guys. I don't know how she could. I just don't even know how she has a platform anymore. I don't know.
Is fucking done.
So by the way, they were already pretending to be.
So she caters to men.
This point. The amount of women that have.
Matter of fact, I just listened to a video today where Jelly was like, he was having so many like problems in his, personal life. And when I mean personal life is in his sexual life, where he was like, I couldn't even find it. That's weird. But anyways, and she was like, in another one of her videos, Bunny's videos, she was saying like, oh my God, I just want to like bang him. Makes you really wonder. I don't know. Was she able to find it?
Written to me that she's blackmailed them is wild. In like the last few years, not like, oh, before we were saved. I mean like now. All of it's getting looked into now. Don't you worry. And not just by me, of course. You guys may have heard that I lost 2 lawsuits. That's not quite true. I start getting phone calls on my new number. One of the calls sounded a lot.
The new number that she never gave anyone.
Like one of Jelly Roll's, I guess, old best friends. The guy has a very distinct voice. He let me know that if I show up to court, I'm never going to be seen again. I'm going to disappear. And he said a couple other
I thought court was just over like some defamation of character. It's not like he's going in for like domestic violence
things, but they all alluded to they're going to kill me if I show up to court. Then I get a call from Down Devil's old manager. He's like, I can't talk to you, but I need to let you know it's in your best interest. So along the lines of, don't come to court. I talked with my family and friends and all the people who care about me, and we decided I'm not showing up to court. Like even going to town on the day I was supposed to be in court, I could be killed. Like there was nothing that I would gain.
I couldn't even imagine, like, I mean, I can't imagine. I take that back. I can't imagine being so petrified and so mortified to leave my house or to even attempt to go to court to go against what these people are saying. Like, she's threatened no matter what she does. And I understand, honey. I've been there.
From those court cases that would equal me being dead. So yeah, they technically won a summary judgment, which just meant they got their lawyer fees.
And a judgment, it just means that she didn't show up to defend herself. And she can maybe, I don't know how long ago this was. I don't know what the statute of limitations is, but she can say, hey, I was put under duress, under the fear of my life, that if I came to court, something was going to happen to me. So she may be able to open that back up. She might have to talk to an attorney about it. That's if she wants to, but that's up to her. But I'm just saying, if there's no statute of limitations on this, or if it was left in judgment with or without prejudice, she would have to find that out. She can let them know that she was put under duress in the fear of her life.
Because I didn't show up. There was no evidence shown. I never spoke to a judge at any point, not once, not a singular time. I don't know why anyone would do business with Jelly Roll or his wife once they know this. And then suddenly, one snowy December night, I was sent a DM on Instagram. Nicole, you're not crazy. I know what they did to you. You didn't deserve it, and you deserve to see this. And it was a link to download a hidden camera video that showed Jelly Roll talking about a lot of the things he did to me.
Hush money.
And then
So that was part 2. Let me know what you think. I'm sure there's a comment section. Let me know what you think. We will be doing part 3, and you'll get to know more about what that video was about that was recorded at Down Devil's house. Great Pill Podcast. Good to see you. Mwah. Hope you're doing well. So I will be ending it here, and we will be reviewing part 3 in a couple of days. I will post it. Let's see. Today is Tuesday, so Thursday. It'll be for Thursday. Thursday, same time. Sorry I was late. I was trying to get my electronics hooked back up because I was planning on moving it, but it's okay. Hopefully you'll get to see the newer studio on the next one. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I love you all. You all have an amazing night. See you on Thursday.